Ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, everybody? I'm back. Been a while. But, hey, Drunken Portuguese here. Gonna make some sausage, peppers, and Italian sausage, peppers and onion sandwich, meat together, goulash, tasty, yum yum, good stuff. You can put it with pasta, you can put it on a sandwich, whatever you want to do. Okay, so subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if not, I don't give a fuck. Anyway, here we go. You ready? I'll get down. You can see me. All right. What I did is I bought two big ass onions, regular yellow onions, and I peeled them. I cut them in half. And there's so much onion, I only used 1.5 because they're so big. So I put some olive oil in a pan. Put some olive oil in the pan, and I sauteed them until they're translucent. You don't want them too mushy. Okay. So I cooked them up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove these from the pan because I don't want to overcook them. Okay. Okay, bear with me now. If you've looked at my other videos, you know that this is real time cooking. I don't do shorts. Well, I do shorts in the summertime, but my legs are fucking really ugly, so shut the fuck up. Anyway, I do long cooking videos for people that want to learn how to cook it. And other than that, I'm going to turn this a little bit. Okay, how's that? A little better. So I did that. We'll put this back on. About a tablespoon or two of some good olive oil. Put that in there. Get that heating up. While that's heating up, what I did is I took my peppers. I like colored peppers. And did you know that there's green peppers? And do you know why they're green? Because they're not ripe yet. When peppers get ripe, they turn this color. Now, as you can see the yellow? That means that this one is a little younger. And this one, I don't know what the fuck's up with this one. I don't know where that came from. Yellow, red, orange, I don't know. I mean, that's got to be some pepper's cousin. I don't know. Anyway, so what I did is I took the tops off. I cut the tops off, and then I cut them in half, and I deveined them. I got rid of all the seeds, and now I've got a half a pepper, but that's not going to be good for the sandwich. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these. You can't see it. How about now? See it now? Yeah, you can see it now. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the half a pepper, and I'm going to cut slices in it, like that. Okay. All the way through. 1, 2. I got 4 peppers about that big. All right. And when these cook, they're going to kind of shrink up because there's a lot of moisture in them, and they're going to get nicey nice. Okay. So we're going to do that with all the peppers, and I'm not going to bore you by keeping you here while I cut all these peppers. So the olive oil is heating up. I'm going to cut up these peppers and get them in. I'm just going to throw them in there and get those sauteing. Okay, medium high. Don't put them on high because you'll burn them. You don't want to burn them. So that's it. So just put them in there and hang on. I'll be back. Okay. So sausage, peppers, and onions we're making. And of course garlic and pasta. And all the other good shit that's going to go in there. Okay. So come on back. Okay. Welcome back. I changed. A little warm for flannel shirts. Well, down here in Florida this morning, 37 degrees. It's Florida, northern Florida, but. And last week it was like 85, almost 90. It was a record high. Today it's a record low. So hopefully this is the end of it because I planted some flowers and stuff outside. You know how it goes. Okay, so anyway, I got the peppers are in here. Okay, and I put the lid on it because the steam helps them cook a little more because it takes a little longer for peppers to cook than like onions and stuff. That's why I cook the onions first, because if you put those in with the peppers, you can, but by the time the peppers are done, the onions, you can't even find them because they're so cooked out. So that's why I cook them separate, and then I'll put it all together and let it, and I'll cook it together at the end so it all gets all nice. But anyway, as you can see, there's a lot of steam coming off of the peppers, and what I do is I just put the lid on a little loose because the steam will help cook those peppers that are on top and shit. So anyway, that's cooking. While they're cooking, and you want the peppers to get soft, but you don't want them to get mushy soft. You know what I mean? Your wife does. Fuck up. All right. So I got the Italian sausage. It smells really good. Nice fresh Italian sausage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the casing, because in my sandwich I don't like the skin because it's tough, and I just want to eat this bad boy. Okay. So what I do is I just take a knife, and well, not that knife. Wow, that's a dull one. My knife's usually not that dull. Anyway, I'm just going to slit it, and take the skin, and just peel the skin back. Okay. So you've got the casing. Okay. And then you've got your meat. I throw that in the bowl. Just put the casing to the side. All right. So that's it. So just slit it, top, stem to stern. Watch your hands, don't get cut. Use a good sharp knife, and just remove that outer casing. Okay, and just do that to all of them. And then we'll come back, and by then we'll take a look at the peppers. Take a look at the peppers and see how they're doing. Okay? So anyway, that's it. Sausage, peppers, and onions. Yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. So did you make your corned beef and cabbage? Me, I'm going to do it this Sunday because the rest of my family, my daughters and son-in-laws and all of that, are working on Tuesdays, and it's just too much. So I said we can do it the weekend before or the weekend after. So everybody said they wanted to do it after. So Sunday, I'm going to be making a big boiled dinner. And you know that corned beef, you got to cook the snot out of it hours and hours and hours till it's fork tender and breaking apart. And then you pull that out, you put your potatoes and your carrots and your cabbage all in there, and you let that all cook till the potatoes are done and the cabbage is nice and tender. Not soft, tender. Ask your wife the difference. She will tell you the difference between soft and tender. All right. Anyway, come on back. I'm going to finish prepping these sausages, whatever, sausages. Okay. Keep an eye on my peppers. My peppers are done. I'm going to add them right in the bowl. Throw them right in there with the onions because I told you they're all going to go back in the pot. Okay. And what I got some fresh parsley. So what I'll do is at the end, well, you got to come back. So shut the fuck up and just come back if you want to see the rest of this. But you don't have to. It's up to you. You know what I mean? It's up to you. So come on back. Hey, still with me? Hope so. Anyway, peppers are looking pretty good. Getting there. And okay, so I told you, whoop, shit, hot, oh crap. You got a little, they're not all crispy, pretty dang kind of cooked, but not to the point of softness. I'm gonna leave that out. I'm gonna eat that one. Okay. Okay, because we're gonna cook this a little bit more anyway, so okay. Maybe another 3 to 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna throw it in here with the onions, and then I'm gonna break up my decased Italian sausage, put it in the pot with a little olive oil, and get that browning up. Okay, so come on back again. See you in a bit. Bye. Holy crap, man. Okay, so I got the meat in here. The sausage, Italian sausage, broke it all up. Broke it up. Oh. When you break it up, you want to leave it in good-sized chunks. So when you put it in a sandwich, it doesn't look like little pieces of hamburger in there. So as you're cooking it, you don't want to keep breaking it up. You just want to kind of move it around a little bit and let those chunks separate without breaking it up. Okay? So you're going to have some good pieces of sausage in there in your sandwich. Okay? Easy peasy. I put a little crushed red pepper in there, and I put about a good tablespoon or 2 of the minced garlic that I use, and just for shits I sprinkled in some garlic powder just to give it a little more garlic, and then I took some of the tomato paste in the tube and put like a couple of lines of it in the peppers and onions, that when I put it back in there it'll all mix up. So, and then I've got some fresh parsley that I'm going to put in there also. And then we'll let that keep cooking up a little bit, and we'll taste it, and we'll see what we need. But yeah, we're going to let the meat brown, because you want everything else is cooked, so we don't want raw meat in there. I mean, it's going to cook a little more, but you want to make sure that it's cooked through. Okay. Like I said, don't keep breaking up the big chunks. You're not going to have a nice meaty sandwich. Okay? And I want to thank everybody for viewing. I've got quite a few views. I've got a couple of new subscribers. I still need more, so hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. That's a little bell. You hit that, and then you can like it. You can share it with other people. Do whatever you want. You're not going to get any nasty emails from me or any of that crap if you subscribe. All you'll get is a notification on your phone that says that I've posted a new video. That's it. That's all you're going to get, okay? You're not even going to get a picture of this. Shut up, man. I'm old. Anyway, that's it. I had my birthday last month. I turned 72. Woo! I feel like I'm 72. I don't look it, but I feel it. And about a week ago, I guess I messed up a muscle in my back, and it's back pain is rough, man. Like it's rough. But it's hard to sleep. It's hard to walk. Bend over, tie my shoes. I've got 5 dogs. I got to feed them. I got to mess with them, and they're not big dogs, so I can't just go, hey, how you doing? They're chihuahuas, so I gotta like bend over, get on the floor and go, hey, how you doing? Because they're this, oh, there's one right there. Can you sit? Can you sit? You listen good, sit. Good girl. Good girl, Carmela. That's Carmela. Smelly Camelli. She's a good girl. But they're around. They're all sleeping right now. They'll wait when I get on the couch and try to take a nap. That's when they all wake up and they all start fucking barking and shit. Fucking dogs. Can't have nothing nice. All right. So I'm gonna brown these up and then I'll bring it back. We'll get everything mixed up, get it covered up, and we're gonna let that go. Okay. Well, I'll put some parsley in there too. All right. So come on back. A couple of minutes. Come on back. Okay. So the meat's cooked. Put it all in the same bowl. And what I did is I took a slotted spoon, a holy spoon, and I took all the meat out of there because there is, see all that fat in there, that grease? We don't want that. So I got an old can. I'm gonna dump it into the can. You don't want to pour it down the sink because you clog your sink. Okay? Oh, shit. All right. So, that's pretty spillage. Okay. So we dumped it off. Back on the pan. Back on the stove. Like medium low. We're going to take all of this. It's all going to go back in. There's enough liquid in here that you don't have to worry about it being too dry. Okay, that's that. That's that. I can use that metal spoon on my good pan. Mix that off. Still with me? We're still on? Still on. Okay. So everything's in the pot. Stir it up. Stir it up. Get everything all together. Happy, happy. Joy, joy. Okay. Don't mess with it too much because you're gonna break everything apart. Got that on low. Gonna let that all warm up, come together, and then I'm gonna shut it off, let it sit, because everything's cooked. So just want to make sure that your meat's cooked and everything's all good. You don't want any raw sausage or anything in there. So okay. You know, these things are nice to have, but sometimes they're a freaking curse because they don't stay tucked in. Okay? And that's it. And then what I'll do, that's it. I'm going to taste it for you. Hang on. Let me get a bowl. Oh, my poor back. It'll never be the same. All right. Like I said, it still all has to get all happy together. But let's give it a little taste. Come on, give me another pepper. Okay, so there's a lot going on. Now I have added, like when I was cooking the onions, I added a pinch of salt over the top and a pinch of pepper. And then when I cooked the peppers, I added more salt, more pepper. Okay, so it's been salted and peppered, and the sausage is a little bit salty, so you got to taste it, and you go as is as you do this. Okay. Mmm. Perfect. Now hang on. Hang on. I get these nice hoagie rolls. I can trim them that up. Nice and fresh. And they're nice, they're fresh. That's why if it's too wet when you put it in there, it's just going to turn into like a sponge and turn into like mush. So, and I did put I put about a half a cup of a good white wine in here. Chablis Blanc, I don't know what the fuck it is. A good white wine, it's something that you drink. Okay? So now I'm just going to let this come up to temp, everything. Give it a couple of stirs. Shut it off, leave the cover on it, stick it to the back, let it set. Then what I'll do is I'll probably put it in an aluminum pan, cover it, put it in the oven, warm it up like that. Put a couple of slits in the top, let the steam out if there is any. Just warm it up and then pull it out, make the sandwiches and eat. And you can put some, and I did put about a quarter cup of grated Parmesan Robusta, whatever the hell it is, Romano, Parmesan and Romano mix cheese in there. And again, that's a little bit salty too, so don't add a lot of salt. Okay? And that's it. That's sausage, peppers, and onions. And if you don't like it, if you want to do a little change with the Italian sausage, you can use the Portuguese sausage, which is a linguiça, which is a little milder. You can use the Portuguese chouriço, which is a little bigger. And you can get that online. It's not chorizo, it's chouriço. Okay, it's Portuguese. The chorizo is Spanish, I believe. And it's a different flavor. But you can make it with chorizo if you want, and make it a little bit Spanish influence if you like that. You can do that too. You can. I don't recommend doing hamburger. It's too bland and it's too loose, and it'll fall apart. But other than that, that's it. And if you can even take this, you make yourself a big pile of scrambled eggs, and right before it's done, put a couple of heaping spoonfuls of this in there and let it get all nicey nice. Flip it over, let it get nicey nice like an omelet. You can put it in an omelet. Oof. You can even add mushrooms to this. You can go crazy with it. But it's chouriço, peppers, and onions today. Not chouriço, I'm sorry. It's Italian sausage, peppers, and onions. Kind of Italian tonight. Not Italian. Use Italian sausage, so I call it Italian. If I had chorizo or linguiça in there, it'd be Portuguese, peppers and onions. Okay? Anyway, thanks for watching. Like I said, I'm going to let this go. I'll watch it. I'll let it get heated up, and then I'll shut it down and put it to the side. Like I said, then I'll warm it up for dinner tonight. My next door neighbor, his wife's away, so he's all alone, so I'll bring him over a pan and a couple of rolls, and I'll feed the old bastard dinner. And that's the guy I am. Okay? So, I love you. And this time when I say be safe, man, be safe, because it's fucking nuts out there. And with all the shit that's going on with the war in Iran and everything. I said, and they got sleeper cells over here, and there's shootings. If you're watching the news, it's fucking nuts. Like, what a world, you know. So, say your prayers. Be safe. Be watchful. If you see something, say something. You know, if you're walking around and you see somebody acting weird, grab a cop. Say, hey, call 911. Say, hey, there's a guy around here. He's got a backpack and he's looking really cagey and whatever. Whatever you got to do. And you may save a life or you may save 1,000 lives. Okay? So please be safe. I love you. Say your prayers. And God will watch over you. Okay? So I'll see you on the next one. And stay drunken. And that's what I'm going to do in a little bit. And I'm going to go get myself a drink, a beer, if I want. Because I can. Because I'm old. All right. I love you. Subscribe. See you on the next one. Bye.